Hey everybody, good afternoon. Yalancy Peterson here. Today it is Friday, December 16th, 2022. It is 11:32 a.m. Well, I am not returning to Rideshare just so soon because I have $0. I received the message from Hive that the Chevy Bolt is ready for me. And as you can imagine, I was excited to get that news. I'm like, ooh, goody, goody. I'm finally going to get in the Bolt. And, the first appointment that was available for me was that I knew I wouldn't be late to was this coming Monday at 5 p.m. I figured, hey, I'll go late, pick it up, take as much time as I need to get there because I'll have to take the bus. And I drive back home and, get to going, christen myself back on Rideshare again and make it happen. But hey, you know what? I've learned that when I encounter too many roadblocks, that path is not for me. And I simply hit a roadblock that I am not able to surmount at this point. I reactivated my rideshare account with Uber. That was okay. Everything is good. Passed the background check. I ordered the Uber Pro card, so my money is deposited on in that new account. What else did I do? I went and got a loan for $600 so that I could establish a secured credit card to ensure that I had no problems getting this vehicle. No debit card issues. I got a credit card. I paid the $300 necessary to reserve my spot with with Hive. I reactivated one of my business lines here, so I had a dedicated phone to do my rideshare activity with. It's not a business; it's an activity. Let's see. What else did I do? And I basically just got myself in the right frame of mind. I reviewed the changes that Uber has done to their app, and I see there are a lot of changes compared to what it was last time I drove. And I set my goal extremely low. My goal is to simply make $25 a day. That's it. I do my 25, I'm off. And then I slowly put myself into it. But I was thrown a small curveball. When I paid the money to start the rental, I thought it included insurance. The rental with Hive pays for the car, it pays for maintenance, and it pays for unlimited charging. What it doesn't pay for is the insurance policy. You will receive, you need to qualify for a full coverage policy with a $500 deductible with State Farm. And this is a policy that will cover you for commercial use. So your liability will be $1 million. Now, for me to get the policy was no problem because I have a great driving record and my credit passed the standards of both Hive and State Farm. The problem is the amount of money to start. You are paying for the policy monthly, And in my case, I needed $350 to get it started. I did not anticipate that. If I had known that I needed basically $800 to start this whole thing up, I would have made sure I had $800. I thought I only needed $400 to get started. So I got the loan for $600, and I used $300 to start up the credit card, $300 to pay for the car to get that started. But then life happened, and the other $300, I had to spend money on other stuff that came up because I was confident, hey, I'll get back on Rideshare, I'll make the money, boom, this is knocked out in 2 months. No problem. Well, hey, here I am, still waiting to get online with a vehicle, and it looks like it's not going to happen. So I say, hey, if you're going to rent a vehicle from anybody, it doesn't matter if it's Hertz, if it's Hire Car, if it's Avis, if it's Hive, if it's a Craigslist special, make sure you have $1,000 to work with. That way you won't run into any roadblocks, however they may come up. But then after that, it's probably better just going ahead and buy your own car if you can. I do not have strong enough credit to finance a vehicle on my own. I wish I could, but I just don't want that obligation with just any car. If I'm going to finance a vehicle, it must be an electric vehicle. I'm looking to the future. I have had my fun and my run with gasoline-powered cars, and quite frankly, I'm very happy with the gasoline-powered car I've got now. One subscriber, a great subscriber actually, my good friend David, he advised that I should try Instacart. He said, "Oh, you should do Instacart. Instacart, they don't care what vehicle you use. You could do that. You'll make great money." And I gave Instacart a lot of thought, but doing Instacart in my Mercedes presents a couple of problems. First, my car requires premium gas, and I'm trying to spend as little money as possible on the fuel or on the power necessary to make this happen. I don't mind spending the money on the vehicle. The fuel is what really hurt me in rideshare. The fuel was the one thing that limited my ability to be truly to at least make it work, because the price of the fuel was too variable. It changed too much. Whereas I knew what I had to pay for the vehicle. I knew what I had to pay for the cell phone. I knew what I had to pay for me to live. The other reason why I want the vehicle for electric is because when Maven was around, I had an electric vehicle, and the work was much more enjoyable with an electric vehicle than it ever was with any gasoline powered vehicle I had. At the end of the day, I simply want this to be fun. If I'm going to be in pain, I want to have fun doing it. And I know I'm going to have fun doing it in a Bolt. In fact, the fact that I'm in the Bolt will make it worth doing for me. That's just anything for me. If I'm going to do something, it needs to be worth doing.
And I need to have a good amount of fun mixed in with the responsibility and the accountability. That's just me. Even if I'm just being a robot, at least I'm having a ball doing it. That's why when I had the BMW, it was fun. It was enjoyable because I was in a vehicle I wanted to be in, and a category I wanted to be in. Well, it's too expensive for me to go back to black, and it's not going to happen anyway. But doing X and doing deliveries in an EV, oh, I'll have a blast doing it, even while I'm in pain the whole time. So I got to think of something else to do now, because rideshare clearly is not going to work. So I figured, why not? You know what? I'm going to pour my all into YouTube. Now, the hardest thing about YouTube, quite frankly, is stuff to talk about. When I decided to rework this channel, my goal was very simple. I need to make $100. Just figure out what it takes to make $100 and then scale from there. I am $5 away from achieving that goal. And when I achieve that goal, I get that deposit. That's what I'm looking for. So I figured with the next 4 or 5 videos, I should get that final $5, and that deposit will be made, and we'll go from there. So yeah, y'all gonna be seeing quite a bit of me on YouTube now. In fact, y'all gonna see a lot of me on YouTube, and I say that in a good way. We're not gonna do no more 40-day challenge videos or anything like that. I will let y'all know how I'm doing with the progress. I'll just keep you updated with the weight. And when what I'm going to do is make a simple single time-lapse video, and I will post that video and say, hey, this is where I was at this date, and boop, 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 go down. And when I get the 6-pack, then I'll show it to you. But I'm not going to record every week on the whole deal, because that's just not interesting. But the intermittent fasting is going good. I know I went a lot over a few things, but I wanted to do an update on a couple of things. All right, everybody. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. And now that, also my next goal, now that I've got the $100, my next goal, I need a new computer. I need to buy a new Mac Mini. The one that I have right now, it is old and ancient and extremely slow, and it has taken its last software update. It is time for me to move away from Intel and go to the M1, because Apple is already on the M2, working on the M3. So hey, it's time for me to get with the program. So hey, I got a goal now. I need a Mac Mini, and the only way it's going to happen is for me to make these videos on YouTube to pay for it. Catch y'all in the next video.